Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat sa Pilipinas na ngayon ay nandyan po para po sa memorial service ng aking biyanan na si Crispin Resurrection Guzman Sr. Ako po ay si Fe, manugang po ni retired US Navy Chief Petty Officer Crispin Guzman Sr. Salamat po sa mga napakaraming kamag-anak at kaibigan ng aking biyanan na nagpadala po ng pakikiramay at pagmamahal sa kanyang mga naiwan. My father-in-law was a simple man, and yet he was very intense as well. He was a man of few words. His smile is very few. Palagi namin siyang pinagsasabihan ng, "Dad, smile!" And when he does, you will get the most precious, heartfelt smile you will ever get from him. Sa dami po ng mga nagpadala ng messages of sympathy and condolences in Facebook, mail, phone calls, personal visits to his darling wife, maraming salamat po. From it all, even to those who didn't really know him personally, but because of the kind of man he built, his persona and character live on to his children and grandchildren. His quiet but intense, careful thinking has passed on to his son, his junior. And yes, idagdag po natin ang tigas ng ulo on insisting his decisions. No imbagak, imbagak. Ganun po siya. Pero tahimik naman po. Nakuha din po yun ni junior niya. He was a man of firmness and loyalty. His first baby girl Gladys naman po ang nakakuha niyan. Loyal and will fight to protect his family. Ang aking pong biyanan ay mapagbigay at mapagpasensya. He worked hard away from his darling Dahlia, raising 4 children on her own. His baby girl, first made and born in America, and that's Shirley, got that side of him. In times of stress and difficulties, tahimik lang po siyang tumutulong, hindi lang po sa aming pamilya niya, but to everyone around him. He joined the US Navy at a very young age of 18. Malayo sa Pilipinas, malayo sa kanyang darling Dahlia, nasa barko, halos walang kakilala, but he made it to be the chief petty officer before he retired. He was a leader in his own right. He commands control and management. And that's passed on to his baby girl, the bunso, Jennifer. His life wasn't an easy one, but his family didn't feel the hardships. He made sure that his children has what they needed to not only grow up, but to be responsible, hardworking, ethical, and loving people. He taught his children to help each other and anyone who needed help. He taught them by his example to work hard, to think, and to never give up. These are character traits that all of his children have. Each one of them works hard, helps others, and is a loving parent to all their children. Lahat po tayo nakita po natin yan kung gaano siya tumulong sa kanyang mga kamag-anak at mga kababayan. Unlike most of his shipmates and colleagues, as soon as he could retire from the US Navy, he went straight to the Philippines to live there. He could have worked more here po sa Amerika and kumita pa po ng maraming dollars. But pinili niya po to live in the Philippines with his small monthly retirement benefit to spend more growing time with his growing children and his darling Dahlia. At para din po makatulong sa kanyang mga kamag-anak at mga kababayan. We have all been touched by his selflessness and admired him for always being there when he was needed. There is no better way to let you know how much I admired him, not just as my father-in-law, but as the grandfather to my children and many of their cousins as well. I'm sure that he is with us still, as many of his most wonderful traits are now part of what makes up our own family and our whole extended family. Kayong lahat po yun na nagmamahal sa Kanya. Pamilya na rin po kayo sa aming lahat. I see the strengths that He had passed on to my husband and his sisters. Dad, thank you for this family that you built. You are gone, but you will never be forgotten. Salamat po, Papa Lord, for giving us this man we call Dad. Rest well, Dad, in God's loving arms. Eternal rest unto him, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon him. May you rest in peace, Dad.